We live and in living color. Pastor Prenor Francisca Aguayo coming to you live and in living color. Let's go. The enemy tried it. He was mad. So now I just got more pumped up to come on here and talk to y'all. Everything is no problem. When you have a mindset that's been developed and transformed, everything is no problem. So come on in. Come on in. Put a 1 in the chat if it's your first time watching me. I would like to acknowledge you, say hello to you. If you're a repeat offender and you've been on my lives before, just put an X in the chat. I want to welcome my tribe because they say that your vibe attracts your tribe. So I am so excited to share my vibe with you all. And this is just going to be an amazing year for us all. And I know that we have some goals and some resolutions and we have some things going on, and it's the first week, the first Friday of the year. How's it going? How is it going? Do you have a plan? Well, we're not going to get into that, but I do want to share with you all about my journey with personal development. That's how I got started. It was how I was able to release my first 87 pounds. The first 87 pounds I released was here in my mind. The mindset. It wasn't going to happen without it. I was a church goer. I was doing everything the church people told me to do. I was praying, I was fasting, and I was still dealing with mental illness, and I was still depressed, and I was still shackled in my mind. And personal development was the tool that I was able to use, not only to release the weight and the toxins in my body, but also in my mind. I was able to unlock so many things and hack my mindset so I can be able to move forward. So I can go on and on and on about that, but I have notes for you all because I did the right thing. I get so excited to share myself with you all because of what I've grown through. And I know that there's still so many people who are still trying and struggling, and that's who I'm for. So the 3 tips that I can share with you on how personal development helped me to lose weight, it's just the fact that sometimes we hear words like journey and we're like, that's too long, or marathon, that's too hard. And we have to understand that even though we are personally developed, there are people who are yet not. And the word journey can trigger something in your mind to feel like longevity and impossible. Even the word habits, right? The word habits can trigger something like I have a bad habit or it's hard. So the language and being developed personally is really what helps if you can really feel that. The difference in language and how we speak to one ourselves. You know, it was the tool that helped me with my lifestyle. It wasn't really a diet that I wanted to do. I didn't really care to lose weight. I cared about my mental health, feeling better, not being depressed, not being tired. I used to sleep all day for days. There were days that I was so depressed that I wouldn't even shower. Like, it was that bad. So personal development was what was able to help me even start setting goals, like even thinking about a realistic goal. And so the first thing was that, setting realistic goals. When I was starting my weight loss journey, I knew that the doctor said, right, that I had to lose X amount of, I think it was like 100 pounds at the time. But I couldn't look at that whole mountain and get on track. So I set a realistic goal. I got a coach that was able to take me through the journey and guide me through the journey and set realistic goals for me. So my coach was like, realistically, you can lose between 1 to 3 pounds a week by changing your nutrition, drinking more water. And I said, what about exercise? She was like, if you want to, you could walk around the block. What? You mean to tell me that I can lose weight by just switching up my nutrition, eating stuff I like anyway, and drinking water? And my mind could not wrap itself around it. I wanted to make it hard. I wanted to make it impossible. And when I got on the plan, and it took me 3 days to, not even 3 days to lose weight or feel great. The first day I felt great. right? But the 3 days that I went with my coach, the 3-day challenge that I gave and I gifted myself, I said, man, girl, if you can't do something for 3 days, it's gonna be hard. We're gonna stay in the same predicament. So developing healthier habits for me looked like, okay, habits. That word scared me. So the second tip is develop a relationship with the word habit. The word habit doesn't mean nothing bad or nothing good. There is no such thing as good habits or bad habits. So what it helped me so much because I never looked at it like that. I looked at it like I was bad or I did something wrong or, that's wrong. That's no good. I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something that's not good. Therefore, that translates in my mind that I'm bad, that there's something wrong with me. Yo, it's the mindset. The mindset. So automatically when I was, researching and reading and being coached, I stumbled around this program that helped me in this book. It's called Atomic Habits. You can read the book, Google the book, YouTube the book. It's amazing. I will forever recommend that book by James Clear. It's called Atomic Habits. It's the perfect time of the year to buy it if you're really determined to designing your year. Not a New Year resolution, but designing your year to really get what you want. Did you know that? With the mindset hack, you can get what you want. You can develop habits. And what it means by developing habits, here's the hack. Here's the tip. We look at habits no longer as good or bad. Let's take that out of our vocabulary. There's no good, there's no bad habits, there's no right habits, and there's no wrong habits. How does that feel? Just taking that out of your space, I know it feels amazing. So now how are we going to look at habits? The way we're going to look at habits now is simple. Do they serve me? Do they give me something? Do they benefit me? What's in it for me? Or do they take me further away from my goal? Do they harm me? Right? So now if we look at it, do we want something that serves us or do we want something that disserves us? So we automatically focus on the new habits, not the good or the bad, the new habits. And when we focus on the new habits and the habits that serve us, guess what happens? It gets so crowded with positivity. It gets so crowded with service. It gets crowded with gratitude that the negativity, it has to come out. There's no space for it. So therefore, you don't have to worry about trying to break a bad habit or a habit that doesn't serve you. You're not going to focus on what's wrong. You're not going to focus on what doesn't serve you. We're going to focus on what's missing. What's missing in the equation to serve me. So we're talking about losing weight and the habits. So a habit that served me, right, is drinking 1 cup of water. Okay, 1 cup of water. Listen, don't laugh. Because there was a time when I couldn't even drink 1 cup of water. All I drank was soda and juice or sometimes nothing. So telling someone who's starting on their journey in personal development so they can lose weight, you start 1 cup of water. If you have 1 cup of water, you start with 1 more. You start with taking your clothes and putting them on the chair and your sneakers by your bed. When you wake up in the morning, you get dressed and you start by getting dressed. Before you could walk out the door, before you could run a mile, you got to get dressed and put on some sneakers, right? So those small habits increment to that little 1% is really going to help in how you look and your personal development on habits. So you start making small changes in your lifestyle, as walking a block, taking the steps instead of the elevator, something small, parking the car far away from the store, and walking, a couple of parking spaces, right? It's just simple little things. And I promise you that if we start with the small things, they're going to compound. And you, before you know it, at the end of the year, even if this year you're only 1% better, you're a whole lot better than what you was. So practice that 1%. And number 3, keeping a positive mindset. When trying to lose weight, having a positive mindset is essential. Remind yourself of your goals and why you started. Yes, your why. I was with a company one time. They used to say, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not strong enough. And that's the truth. Like, if you ask yourself, why? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to release weight? Why do you want to feel great? Why is it important? And sometimes we say, oh, because I want to be there for my kids. When in reality, we don't care about them kids after they're grown. They got their own life. It's not that serious. You be all right, right? I want to do it for my husband because I want to look good for him. You know what? I don't care. He's not. Like, these are the things. And you go deeper and keep asking yourself. And really, what I had to ask myself, the reason why I wanted to lose weight was I was really afraid. I was 33 years old and I had a stroke. I was 33 years old and I had a stroke. I was so overweight. But it wasn't only that I was overweight. I was eating my feelings and I was hurting myself, and I was in a toxic relationship. I was in domestic violence. It was a reason why I was obese, right? I was eating what I was going through. And then personal development taught me how to love myself, taught me how to be positive, and taught me to look at what would my life be like when I lose the weight? What would I be able to fit into? Like, I was able to get on a plane 2 years ago for the first time and not worry about, am I going to fit on the plane? Am I going to need an extension for my seatbelt? Am I going to be uncomfortable with these things in my hips, right? Or am I going to be able to run up and down the steps in my own house and not need an asthma pump because I'm out of breath? Those were my reasons why. I don't know what your reason to lose weight is, and I really don't even like saying losing weight, but it's what everybody's in common with. Losing weight. I would like to gift you guys a personal development tip that can hack your mindset. So we already hacked our mindset on habits. That was real big. I want you to hack your mindset on your why, and make sure it makes you cry. Make sure that when you say why you want to lose the weight, why you want to release the weight, because don't nobody want to finna find that weight again. Because people be like, oh, I want to lose weight. No, you don't, because you don't want to find it again. You want to release. And when you release something, you heal. You feel better. You look better. The looking better on the outside, it's just a reflection of your inside. When you do the inside work, the outside shows. So do the inside work so that in the outside you can see the results. But let me tell you something. It's not about looking good. People be like, man, girl, you look good. Yeah, I know I look good, but I feel better. I feel great. I look good, but I feel great, right? I have energy that 22, 23-year-olds don't have, right? Like my kids and my nephews, they got to run. They be like, Titi, I don't want to walk no more. And I'm like, what? So it's just the mindset. Wherever the mind goes, the body will follow. So that's the tips I have for you. And I'm so excited for this new year. You guys, we can do it. I already lost, in the past 3 days, I lost 3 pounds. Today's my 4th day. I lost 4 pounds in the last 3 days. Okay? With the mindset and drinking my water, minding my business, having nutrition, having the right nutrition that's helping me release the stuff, take the stuff out of my body, having the right nutrition, having the right mindset. Exercise is only 20%, people. It's only 20%. You can do some jumping jacks, some high knees. You can just, hula hoop. You could dance in your favorite song. That's nothing. It's what you eat and what you drink and what you think that matters, that's going to help you with your goals. So if that's you and I'm talking to you and you really want to work on your goals and work on your mindset so that you can achieve your goals, because you have to believe before you can lead and then achieve. So it's believe, lead, and achieve. And if you don't believe your mindset, you ain't going to be doing it. If you think you can't, then guess what? You can't. But if you think you can, then you will. You really will. So I'd like to help you with that. You can go to enjoy3days.com, and when you hit enjoy3days.com, it's going to take you to my link where I can show you how to lose the weight in 3 days. And not only that, I'm going to show you how to lose the weight in 3 days. I'm going to gift you 3 days of my coaching program called Thanks. And Thanks is an acronym that I came up with on my journey while I was growing through the process. And the THANKS acronym is quick. It's the T is for thoughts, the H is for habits, your action, your nourishment, your knowledge, and your spirituality. Those 6 steps was what allowed me to have the right mindset and the personal development so that I was able to take the right nutrition and do the exercises and eat the right foods and feel worthy and loved myself so that I was able to put the right stuff in my mouth and be excited about life and look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what, you're worth it. And I want that for you. I want that for you, and I know you probably don't see it for yourself, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm your coach. That's why I'm your guide. I'm the one who's going to take you from where you're at right now to where you want to grow. And it's because I've been there myself, and I'm still growing, and we're going to grow until we die. But if I can help you get where you're at to where you want to grow, it's worth it. It's worth it for you, because this is not going to be another year that passes by and you just wish. We're going to take action. So when we take action, right, things happen. High performance makes things happen. When we stay stuck in our heads and our feelings and our depression, that doesn't get us nowhere. So those 3 mindset hacks, those 3 personal development tips, I know that that's just the beginning. And I hope it unlocked something for you today. So go visit me at enjoy3days.com so you can know how to get started on your 3-day challenge. I challenge you for 3 days. Take the challenge, rock out with me for 3 days, take the nutrition, take the steps. I'm gifting you 3 days of coaching for yourself just around the mindset hack of the THANKS acronym. So you're going to be better in your thoughts. You're going to be better in your habits. You're going to be better in taking action. Your nourishment, your nutrition is going to be better. Your knowledge and your understanding is going to be better. And your spirituality is going to be better because you're going to be connected with Source. Right? Nothing happens without being connected to God. But there's some mindset hacks here, right? They prevent us and they block us from being connected to God. So if we could unhack that, you don't know. You don't know. A whole new character. Someone who you've never even dreamed in your wildest dreams is inside of you, waiting, screaming for you to discover them. And it's not only about losing weight, because losing weight is just a bonus. It's who you become in the inside and in your mindset, how strong you become. That is the prize. To discover for yourself who you really are. You deserve that. Give yourself that gift this year. I know you've probably spent a lot of money in gifting people this year, right? But gift yourself the gift of a personal development growth plan so that you can be able to release the weight. So you don't have to lose it and try to find it again. You're going to release it forever and have yourself become a whole new person that you can discover for yourself. Go to enjoy3days.com. I love you guys. Take care. Shalom.